Alrighty, guys, we're keeping the theme of big trains going here because we need to sort out this mess in Dillsboro Yard. Frankly, we probably have too many cars and not enough tracks, but we're going to make this work. Good thing that we don't have any... Well, actually, I should probably get the passenger trains running. Where are they? Okay, there's that one. We can get that one running. And where's the other one? Okay. So you know what? We are going to have some passenger trains running. We're going to make this work. Luckily, it's going to take us a minute to get going here because we need to figure out what we're doing. We have a lot of stuff that needs to go to Ella and Birdtown and the gold mine. But we also have some Bryson stuff, and I'm going to try and get this in order so we could just drop off the back. I don't know how possible that's going to be. That's going to be the goal. It's a good thing we have the four Jeeps here. Otherwise, this would actually be kind of a pain. So we're going to apply a handbrake here. We're going to make our cut. We're going to make sure that our passenger train is on its way, which it is. How many people? Oh, it's a full train. Cool. That'll make us some money. That'll make us some money, but we're going to need to pull forward here once it's clear. I'm generally getting the feeling that we have too many cars and not enough tracks because we have to sort all of this, and I don't know that we can. The other issue is we actually have a bunch of cars not here, because if you look all the way back at the depot, all of this stuff is for Barkers. So that really has to be at the end of the train because we need to drop that first. So we're going to see how well that goes. In the meantime, we're going to start pulling forward here. We're going to get, basically, I think we're going to get the cut of Whittier out of the way. Because Barker's needs to get dropped first, then Whittier, then all the Ella stuff. Then we can deal with Bryson and then Alarka. I think that's the order we're going to go with. Whether or not it's going to work out that way, I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a big train when it's done. So yeah, we're going to see how well this goes, and I'll keep you updated as we get through this. Alright, since we have to get the Barker cars on the end of the train anyway, I decided to head back and go get them. This will mean I will probably have to leave the... Oh, well, I can at least pull them forward out of the town here, but they're going to get left on the main more than likely because there's just no room. We need more room. And I know there's a yard mod that probably does it, but like I kind of like the operational challenge of not having enough space. It's kind of nice. So, you know, we'll make up for that. All right, we got the air in. Get back up to the head end. Full forwards. I'm very glad we have 4 GP38s right now. Otherwise, this would be a pain. Because we're already at 2,600 tons, and I know for a fact this train's just going to get bigger. It's just going to get bigger. It's just a fact. So... we're going to pull forward here and get these off the main, or get them off the station siding at least, and park them on the main as we build this train up. What it's going to look like in the end, I genuinely don't know. But I can guarantee you it's going to be huge. And this is probably going to get split into a couple episodes because this episode is probably going to be building this train. And then the next episode will be the big train is here. All hail the big train. where we do the run. So stay tuned for that. I think this would also be the first time that we serve barkers on this railroad, which is kind of neat. All right, we're clear of the switch. So we're going to park it there. Yes, we're blocking some stuff, or we're going to be, but not a whole lot we can do about that. So folks, we're going to keep on switching here. I'm going to try and figure out what we're going to grab next. To be honest with you, I genuinely don't know what it's going to be, but we'll figure it out. All right, I decided we're going to grab this cut of cars because one on the front of it is actually a Silva car that we can leave for yard job Dillsboro. But then also on the back is the Larka cars, which is going to be at the front of our train, so we can do some switching to make that happen. Because there's another cut of Larka cars we need to grab. So we got plenty to do here. We're gonna figure out what we can do. We're gonna bring us to a stop. All right, we're gonna pull forward. We're gonna grab. There's another cut of Larka cars right here. So there's a Larka there. So I think we're gonna grab those, stick all the Larka cars on this track right here, the one we're on presently, and then stick the coal hopper probably on this track right here. But then we have this random cut of Ben Dorsey and gold mine stuff. So we're gonna need to figure out what to do with that. That's going to be fun to deal with. Actually, we might be able... Yes, we might be able to keep that on. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to drag this up here and grab the other Alarka stuff, shove the Alarka stuff and the gold mine stuff back here. Come back, grab this cut of gold mine, grab those gold. Okay, I think I got it worked out. I think I have a plan. Plan might take a while, in all honesty, but we had the beginnings of a plan, so we're going to see how well this works out. All right, time to grab these Alarka cars. And then we'll do some shuffling or switching. Because once you, yep, we're coming a little hot. There we go. Well, we stopped. I don't know if it was in a manner in which was prescribed, but we did in fact come to a stop. So that's good at least. Now we're going to drop everything but that first coal hopper on the track we just came out of. And then we're going to drop the coal hopper over here and deal with, well, everything else. We're getting this process is going okay. The plan is coming together as we go along, which is nice. I'll tell you, though, being able to hit tab and see where these cars are going is definitely helpful. If that feature was not in the game, this would definitely be a lot more stressful right now because I couldn't keep track of where everything was going. It just would not be possible. So, you know, it's one of those things where being able to hit tab and just be like, you know what, that's where that's going, that's where that's going, that's where that's going. Perfect. Glad that's in the game. I know it may not be the most performant thing in the world. So if someone could figure out a performant way to do that for other games, that'd be great. I know for something like Train Sim Classic, it's not really possible to do just based on how Train Sim Classic does stuff and does their industries. But it would be really nice if future games, COS devs, if you're watching, which if you are, why? But anyway, if you are watching, something like this would kind of be helpful, just so you could, at a glance, hit a button, see where the cars are going in a easy to understand manner, and not have to worry about, you know, keeping track of like an actual waybill or an actual like car list. Though I guess some people would be into that. I'm pretty sure that feature is in like the switch list. There's a switch list feature in this game, so I guess some people would be into that. Me personally, I really like just hitting tab and just being able to deal with it, because, you know, that's it's just helpful. It's a nice little quality of life thing. And I know this game has faults. Every game's gonna have faults to somebody, but like that's a nice little thing, you know. And sometimes the nice little things are what matter the most, because they make the game enjoyable and fun and not feel like a complete and total job. So there's that, at least. All right, let's get this hopper. I'm just going to put it right here, because I know for a fact we have other stuff that needs to go over here, because I think if we look, yeah, we have a locust ping car. So we'll deal with that here in a second. And we have more Whittier cars. Oh, God. Okay. So actually, I probably need to deal with those first. All right, we're changing the plan slightly. I need to deal with those Whittier cars first. Otherwise, that's just not going to help. Which means I should probably deal with that locust pin car too. Because is it right next to them? Look, Wilmot House Track, Locust Pin, Bryson Coaling Tower, and then Whittier House Track. Oh, it's close. Okay. That is annoying. More switching. More switching. Because we're going to have to put the Whittier cars back with the Whittier cars. The Bryson car, ideally, would go with those. But, oh, how am I going to do this? And then we have a random Wilmot car, which ideally should be between... You know what? I'm going to put the Wilmot car with the Whittier car. And the reason I'm going to do that is I don't feel like switching it out the way that it is. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem ideal. So, yeah, okay. We're going to have to do some fun here. So there's that. We're going to have to pull that forward. Luckily, we don't have far to go. The Whittier cars are parked right there. But, oh, that's just kind of annoying where some of that ended up. We're basically going to have to drop the Whittier cars, pull forward, drop the Locust Pin and Wilmot car, pick up the Bryson car, pick up the Wilmot car, shove back with the Wilmot car, drop the Bryson cars, and then deal with the Ella cars. That is... Oh, I would not want to be a yard brakeman or conductor, because this is pain. This is pain. Well, I'll check back in with you guys, and hopefully some of this pain is dealt with. All right. Kerchunk. So we're going to cut there. Cut that in. Release consist. Apply. Set consist. Okay. So there's our Whittier cars, or what remains of them. Now we're going to have to pull forward. Why is 16 looking at a red board? Hold on, let me deal with this real quick. And the answer is because 15 hasn't left Bryson yet. He just pulled in. So 16, you're going to be sitting there for a second, but that's fine. We can route a passenger train around you. So you're all good there. That's right, we do have the... Oh, shoot, we have the passenger train to deal with. Okay. We probably should get a move on. Alright, so this car is for Bryson. That's for Locust Pin. That's for Wilmot. Now, if we look at the map, Parker's is there, Wilmot's there. Yeah, we're going to have to put the Locust Pin car... We're going to have to put the Wilmot car with the Whittier cars, because I'm not going to be able to handle it going westbound. I'm going to have to handle it going east. So we're going to make it the Whittier switcher's problem. But of course, we only have so many hours in a day. Jeez, oh whiz. I wish there was a way to, like, slow down time, because with the railroad as massive as it is, I don't know if I can handle this. We're already at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the railroad. And I don't know. I don't know if I can handle this, because there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm just now getting this big train to deal with. We already dealt with the Bryson interchange and the Robinson Gap stuff. There's just so much to do and not enough time to do it. It's actually feeling like a railroad a little bit. Sorry, I just need to chuckle to myself sometimes. Alright, so we're going to get this switch thrown. Going to get our consist here stopped. Going to reverse up. We're going to get this box car and this flat car there. Pull forward, grab the yeah, we have a plan. It's just kind of an annoying plan. It's a very annoying plan, but it's a plan nonetheless. All right, let's put some brake on. There's that. There's that. Okay. So now we're going to reassemble the Bryson Cutter cars here. And then we're going to back up. Oh, we're going to reassemble. Then we're going to grab this flat cart, put it down with the Whittier stuff. And then we're going to have to deal with the Ella stuff, which we may as well keep the Bryson cars with us as we do, because the Bryson cars have to go in front of the Ella cars. So there's that at least. And yeah, okay. I think we're getting the foundation of a plan here. I think we are. And I think somebody, Ezekiel, changed my hopper. Ezekiel, wonderful friend of the channel. But no, we need our hoppers to say our hopper, our railway, not the Illinois Central. Well, the Illinois Central is a nice road. This is not the Illinois Central. Alright, so we're going to grab the flat here. And I think we're going to catch back up with you guys when we start getting the rest of this assembled. Alright, we dropped off the hopper. 15 has made its way into Ella. So we're going to clear 16 in to complete its journey. And I think I have a plan here. See, over here, we have an Appalachian Hardwoods car. But then the rest of these cars are all for Tuskegee or Ella or Birdtown and the like. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull forward and back onto this car and start assembling the Ella cut, including the stuff for Ben Dorsey and TGM right here, back that down, and then stick the Alarka stuff on the front. So that, I think, is going to be our plan. Now, the issue is, you may notice, as it's kind of been pointed out through this episode, there's a lot of cars here. If we did not have 4 GP38s, I'd be a little concerned with what, we would be able to do. So luckily we do have 4 GP38s, so we're able to make do. I just don't fully know what this is going to look like. I think I'm gonna pull forward with this cut and grab the TGM and Ben Dorsey stuff, and then get that cut. Now, folks, you may be wondering, I thought I may have stated this earlier, but if I didn't, you may be wondering why there are so many cars here. And the answer is, yesterday in game, I completely forgot about the cars that were stationed down here. It just completely skipped my mind. And as a result, we ended up both with the cars from yesterday's interchange and today's interchange. So it's one of those things where we just have through our own mistakes, we just have too many cars. So we're really, I wouldn't say we're suffering for our hubris, but we're really behind the 8 ball when it comes to this yard, because we straight up forgot all of the cars that were down here. So as a result, this actually may be the longest train on the QNS to date when we finally get it moving. Which is part of the reason why this is probably going to be a 2-episode, kind of split over 2 episodes, because we're doing a lot of switching in this one, and we're having to deal with that. So it's just one of those things where we gotta do it. We gotta make do. We gotta get cars delivered. Gotta make some money. Speaking of money, financially, we're doing okay. In fact, I think I'm in sandbox mode. I had to do some stuff in sandbox mode, so I'll get that switched out here before the next episode. But we only have like $4,000 in actual debt, and our interest payments due in 4 days. So we're going to be able to pay that down and start making just cold hard profit here pretty soon. So that's pretty exciting. That's something we wouldn't be able to say. Really, if it wasn't for the mods, it would be a lot longer of a slog. So, we just got to deal with that. All right, this train is out of here. And that train is there. Okay. So we do have to keep in mind that we have a passenger train coming in our general direction. How we're going to handle that, I don't really know. If it gets here before we leave, we're going to have to route it into Cowie. So there's that. But beyond that, I don't know what we can really do about it. So, we're going to have to just make it work and go from there. All right, we're set up to grab these cars, which is good. We're starting to get some real tonnage here. We're dealing with like 2,000 tons every time we grab a car. So there is that. But we're just going to have to make it work, because otherwise we're not going to make it work, and then people will be unhappy. And by people, I mean me, because we just got to make it work. We just got to make it work. All right. But we're going to grab these 4 cars here. Pull forward and grab the rest of Birdtown right there. We just got switching with this long of a train. I full respect to all the yard guys who have to deal with this on a daily basis, because I don't know that I could. This is well beyond any sort of thing I would personally feel comfortable with outside the context of a video game. Now, maybe for training, training always helps with everything. But, like, this is just a ton of cars and a ton of train that needs to be switched. And it's not even all of it. We still got all that down there. And we're just going to have to deal with it. We're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, we're about to hook into this. And then we're going to shove this down onto the Whittier cut that we made earlier. And we're going to make do. We're already so not including the engines, we are already up to 39 cars, which means plus this, we're going to be pretty close to what that coal drag was, I'm pretty sure. If not bigger than that coal drag by the time it's all said and done. Because that has to be at least 20 cars over there. So you figure 59. Okay, we'll probably be a little less than the coal drag, but this will probably be the biggest, the heaviest manifest that we've taken over the road. Specifying manifest there because we know the loaded coal trains can get a little ridiculous at times. So there is that. You just gotta, deal with it. Just gotta deal with it and do what we gotta do. I mean, we're already at 2,800 tons. We're probably going to be pushing. We're probably at least going to be over 4,000 tons, including the engines, but when this is all said and done. If I had to guess. Alright, we're going to get this thrown. As we're going to get this cut of cars stopped because we're dealing with a lot of weight now. There we go. Okay, bail off. Let the air recharge. And we're going to shove on back. The fact that we're just having to use like notch 4 almost all the time to get the cars moving is insane. There's our engines all the way up there. So, here they are. I'm very glad that we have them. I may permanently need to stick at least 3 GP38s on this run just to be on the safe side. Because I don't know that 2 can handle this full time. 3 might be able to. 4 for sure, but I don't know if I want to put 4 on this. Because putting 4 on this, it leaves only 1 to help with other things. So we gotta just deal with it, I guess. I guess that's been the theme of the episode, just deal with it. Which is not intentional. Not intentional by any means, but we're having just a time here, and we're gonna get a feeling for how big this train's gonna be as soon as we hook into these cars. And who knows what that's going to mean for us, because we should have the power. And again, we're going to be dropping cars the entire way. Oh god, we put on a little too much brake. So we're going to have to push through it. Stick it up into notch 8 real quick. Alright, we're going to coast, and we're just going to have to slam into these cars the way we're going to slam into it, because there's no way I'm going to... Well, I can put something on, but it's not going to help. Kerchunk. 70 cars, not including the engines. Okay. 70 cars, not including the engines. And we're going to have to shove back in order to fully get this train assembled. Because we're over 5,000 tons, well, including the engine. Over 5,000 tons. Alright. And so 70 cars plus... We're going to be at 78 cars, which I believe is our longest full-on train to date. Surpassing the coal drag that we had the other day, which was 73 cars, if I remember right. Oh boy. And it's 5,000 tons, too. Including the engines, so it's probably more like 4,500 or 4,000. But, like, the fact that it's just that big. We're well over half a mile in length. Okay. Luckily, we still seem to be able to handle the train, which is good. Okay, but in the meantime, we are going to have to put some air on in order to stop it, because we have the rest of the cars to make. So folks, I do apologize if this was a longer episode than you're used to. Main reason is, well, we're building a train. And I'd say the reporting mark on this boxcar is kind of a little fortuitous. Yes. This is very much a PSR level train. Now it's going to be a logically run one, but you know, it's one of those things where you can't beat the length. Okay. So we're just going to have to make it do, and we're going to grab these cars. Now that we're running somewhat light, we can deal with this a little bit better. I did see that 15 did just depart Wilmot, which means it is approaching our location at a rapid pace here. We're not going to be able to get the Barkers before it does. So I think I'm going to throw a switch at Cowie just so it has somewhere to go and we don't have to worry about it necessarily. So we're going to deal with it that way and hope for the best here, because we have the big train. The big train is in fact here. All hail the big train. So we got those cars. We're going to drag them out. Nice little horn there. The horn mods are really helping. Add some variety, which is nice. And the last little bit of the train we're gonna put together here for our full 78 car train. What's it with the big trains now? I remember when we were struggling to run like a 6-car train plus the, you know, like a caboose or a passenger car. What happened? What happened? Ooh, we're still getting a lot of money, which is good. We're up over $1,500, which is nice. But yeah, I have a feeling this, the title of this episode is probably going to be not enough, too many cars and not enough track, because we've been clogging the main here for pretty much all the way back into Dillsboro proper. So the poor town, yeah, we're up to the signal in Dillsboro, which is kind of weird to say from the end of the yard. So the big train is in fact here. All hail the big train. Chunk. We're gonna air up. We're gonna put a full set on so we can release the handbrakes. Alrighty, folks. 78 cars. 4 GP38s. In total, weighing in at 5,310 tons and 3,591 feet. This is the big train. The big train is here. And in the next episode, we're going to run the big train. Until then, though, folks, have a wonderful time, and I'll see you in the next one.